What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining this week's episode of The Unbiased Hard Take. Before we get started, please remember to like on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, all that good stuff. We really appreciate the support from you guys. But today's lineup, we have a really good episode for you guys this week, where we are going to obviously react to IU winning the Natty in college football with the finals by 6 points. Final score 27-21 against Miami. And we're going to predict the NFC Championship game between the Rams and Seahawks, as well as the AFC Championship game between the Patriots and Broncos. Stay tuned for more. You don't want to miss it. What is up, everybody, on this week's Unbiased Hard Take? Unfortunately, IU has won the Natty. But you know that I will say this. I looked at it this way. Obviously, boiler up. But if IU winning the Natty is the punishment I have to endure for the Bears not moving on any further in the playoffs, I'm willing to take that agreement and that deal with the football gods. So IU may have won, but the Bears lost, which is hilarious. Still no NFC Championship game appearance in almost 20 seasons since 2011. So the Bears still suck. You have a good offseason painting your nails like the quarterback does. That's all I'm saying. But we have some football to talk about, and we're winding down on football this season. And I can't believe it's really already been our, I think, third football season with you guys already. So time has flown. We're 3 years into this journey with you guys, and we've really had a lot of success. Me and JB have this past 2025, where we had, I think, our last 8 videos had comments on them. Our last short about divisional round reaction had almost 2K views. We gained some subscribers, we gained a lot of comments on our videos. Facebook post hitting almost 300 views and a lot of engagement in our playoff picture on that one. So a lot of great success from the Unbiased Hard Take this past season, and cannot wait to see where it takes us in 2026. But we're here to talk about football because IU won, as I said, 27-21, and I just gotta say congratulations to the Hoosiers. I mean, I hate IU, but they absolutely deserve it. They undefeated season, and they're 16-0. They're actually, here's an interesting fact, IU has the last undefeated basketball season and the last undefeated football season now, and they won the Natty in both. So, I mean, congratulations to Coach Cignetti and IU. I mean, Cignetti is a better coach than Nick Saban, in my opinion. I mean, he's a champion now. You can never take that away, but in reality, IU may have been the worst team on paper. They're not, though. I mean, but the worst team on paper as far as recruiting to win the national championship in the history of college football. Because when we look at the statistics here, they had zero 5-star recruits on IU's team. On top of the fact that they also had only 7 4-star recruits. They had 0 5-stars and only 7 4-star recruits on their roster, along with 55 3-star players. I mean, that's the worst talent metric by star ratings of of any college football champion in the modern era. So Cignetti literally took a bunch of 2- and 3-star recruits and went, we're going to have an undefeated season and beat Ohio State for the Big Ten championship game, get all the rivalry trophies like the old bucket trophy and things of that nature, and we're going to sweep through the college football playoffs and beat Miami and Carson Beck in the Natty. Holy crap. I mean, IU's team is on paper, an 8-win team. 2 3-star recruits, probably the Pop-Tart Bowl on paper. But Cignetti, best college coach in modern era history. I mean, Nick Saban had 4- and 5-star recruits winning national championships. I understand he won more, but look at the talent metric he had to do it with. Cignetti, in year 2, literally took a bunch of 2- and 3-star recruits. Like I said, over 53-star recruits, and had an undefeated season and won a national championship. They have the Heisman winner, Fernando Mendoza. And I mean, he had a decent championship game, 16 for 27, 186, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He did run 1 touchdown in, which was a big touchdown, obviously. But I mean, Miami had more total yards. Miami had more passing yards. Miami averaged actually more yards per play by 2.1 yards. I mean, But it doesn't matter. Cignetti just finds ways to win. He's a great coach. Best coach in college football, maybe even in history of college football. What they did to Oregon, 56-22. What they did to Alabama, 38-3. Speaking of Saban, I know he doesn't coach there anymore, obviously, and they've probably shouldn't have even been in the playoffs anyway. But that's a different topic for a different day. But I do want to say congratulations to IU. I do say, as an Indiana resident, it's very annoying because my whole life it was always everyone wanted to be an IU basketball fan and be a Notre Dame football fan. Well, now you can't even find Notre Dame football fans anymore. They're all IU football fans. And I have never honestly heard anyone say I like IU football until before Cignetti got there. So it is a bunch of bandwagon IU fans because everyone in Indiana knows that most people here like IU basketball, Notre Dame football. Purdue's better at basketball than both of them, but we're sort of a backseat college here. We're the back page, kind of like the Jets compared to the Giants in New York. That's just how Purdue is. They're the backseat boys. And that's fine. It is what it is. We'll fight for our natty in basketball anyway. But Indiana, best college team, best story in college football. It's truly like a Cinderella story. Something you would see in a Hollywood movie. And they deserve every bit of it because their football program has been horrid. Horrid for years. It's never been good. Their first national championship ever. And IU, natty. Can't believe we're saying that. It's almost like it's a college football video game saying this. But the Indiana Hoosiers are national champions of college football. As weird as it sounds. Congratulations to them. You and your fans deserve it. You and your bandwagons, I guess. The bandwagons also deserve it. I'm going to be very kind today. Because you can't take championships away. And especially an undefeated champion and a conference champion. So congratulations to IU. But then, we're going to jump right on into conference championships because there's going to be some trophy presentations this weekend also with the NFC and AFC championships and those trophies, t-shirts, all that good stuff. So we're going to start in the world of the AFC championship game since that one starts a little earlier. So this is going to be a very weird game because Jarrett Stidham, obviously Bo Nix suffered a broken ankle at the very end of overtime, and I didn't even see that. I don't know if I missed something, if he just kind of played through it and didn't know at the time or what. But we have Jarrett Stidham leading the offense Sunday, and a little bit he's a seventh-year quarterback who hasn't attempted a pass. Think of this for a minute. He hasn't attempted a pass the last 2 seasons. And his career starts, and 4 starts, is 1-3. 6 tutties, 4 interceptions, 88.5. Sean, rating for the quarterbacks. So, here's what Broncos fans need to worry about. I mean, yes, backup quarterbacks can win the Super Bowl. They have before. Go look at Nick Foles. He posted on his social media as well, kind of helping Broncos Nation kind of rise up because Carson Wentz got injured. Obviously, Nick Foles came in, won a Super Bowl, had a couple more good years with them after that as well. I think had another couple playoff berths after that as well. So backup quarterbacks are known to be able to do things in the postseason. So it's happened before. So never say never. But I don't think Denver wins this game. I hope they do because a backup quarterback Super Bowl, heck yeah, no one knows who Jarrett Stidham is. That would be hilarious. All these casual fans that watch the Super Bowl will hate it. And that would make me happy. Because if Green Bay can't be happy, then no one can be happy. So I hope we get a backup quarterback Super Bowl. That would be hilarious. And I hope the score is 6-0. But anyway, I mean, this Broncos defense, I think, will keep the game close. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if the Broncos win the game because, I mean, Drake May's first playoff appearance is only a second-year quarterback. His first year making the playoffs. He's an MVP candidate. He leads the most efficient offense in the NFL. I mean, he has a 77% completion rating. And that's just an insane amount of completion percent. Now, here's the thing. With that efficient passing game of New England, obviously having almost 80% completion percentage, you got to look at Denver's pass rush. It's probably the best in the league, and probably in recent memory, too. Because, I mean, they have 68 sacks. And that was the most in the league this season. Actually had 13 more than second place, which was the Falcons, which they missed the playoffs, which is interesting enough. But, I mean, they had a lead on that by 13 sacks. Like I said, 68 total sacks. So the question is what's going to be able to... Will that Denver defense, that Denver pass rush, be able to disrupt Drake May? Because, I mean, Drake May didn't play his best game in the divisional round. Turned the ball over, had some stale drives. I understand the weather was kind of crappy in New England that day. But, I mean, New England won that game because C.J. Stroud played like crap. And he... Ooh, wow. We're talking like 3+ turnovers. Horrid for CJ Stroud, which we talked about that in our breakdown, our short. So go check that out if you haven't already done so. But, I mean, looking here, it's going to be ultimately Denver defense versus that New England passing attack. And Mike Vrabel's been here before. I know it's only his first year in New England. He's been in a conference championship game before. So we got to keep that into consideration. And Sean Payton has an opportunity this season to be the only head coach in NFL history to win a Super Bowl for 2 different franchises as a coach. So that would be kind of interesting. Both these coaches have been there before, and I think that's interesting. And of course, the New England defense has been playing outstanding ball as of recent themselves. Not as good as names and not as good on the stat sheet necessarily, but that New England defense is playing good in playoff time. Playing good when you need them to, at the right time. So let's keep that into consideration also. But ultimately, here, I do think that the Patriots will get the win. If Bo Nix was playing, I do think that would affect this game and Denver would win. But without a quarterback, we know how teams are without quarterbacks. They don't have a quarterback. The Colts lost their quarterback, and they just fell apart. And, I mean, obviously, they lost the last 7-8 games, something like that, once Daniel Jones got hurt. So we know these teams that don't have quarterbacks just can't compete at the same level. So give me New England to win a close, low-scoring, weird game. I think Denver has a late lead, and Drake may get the ball, and he leads into a touchdown or a field goal drive, whatever's needed, and he gets into the Super Bowl. So give me New England to win this game, ugly and close. Let's say 13-19. 13-19, Patriots win. But then we're going to jump over to the world of the NFC because we have the NFC Championship game where the Rams will play the Seahawks. And this one's interesting because they're divisional rivals. So how did the division go this season? Well, on November 16th, the Rams beat the Seahawks 21-19. And then, obviously, on December 18th, we had a classic game in overtime where the Seahawks came up with a 1-point win over the Rams. So this will determine the tiebreaker, similar to the Bears-Green Bay. And this will be a good game, I do think. I mean, the Rams, like Sean McVay was talking about after the Bears win, that it wasn't stylish. People thought the Bears would win the game because of the Rams are a dome team, warm area, how are they going to affect the cold? Well, they did outstanding. But now they have to go to the Pacific Northwest and play the Seahawks. And the Seahawks right now are just running trains on people. I mean, they just obliterated the 49ers, which is also a division rival. So the Seahawks, I'm 41-6 in a playoff game. You know how hard that is to do, 41-6 against Kyle Shanahan and a 49ers team with Brock Purdy that's been to a Super Bowl and almost beat Mahomes in a Super Bowl before. Brock Purdy, no touchdowns, 1 interception. McCaffrey, 35 yards rushing, 3.2 yards a carry. Brock Purdy was their leading rusher. I mean, their leading receiver was Jake Tongs. What Seattle, they just bent him over and spanked him. There's no stat we need to pull up. I mean, 41-6. That's enough right there. And Sam Darnold has a chance here to sort of right the ship, right the wrong. He's a playoff failure, they said. And I understand that Zach Charbonnet did injure himself. I don't recall what the injury was, but it's a season-ending injury, and he will miss this game. But, I mean, Kenneth Walker is their number 1 running back, it looks like right now anyway. I mean, 19 carries, 116 yards, and 3 touchdowns. 6.1 yards carry against San Francisco. And Robert Saleh's defense, who's now a head coach of the Titans now. So, I'm really excited for this game in particular because I think this will be a good game. But I am going to pick the Seahawks to win this game. I mean, the Rams kind of seem like they definitely almost blew it against Chicago, 100%. And this is in a dome. This is going to be in the Pacific Northwest. I don't necessarily know the weather for the day, but this is going to be an outside game. This is going to be super loud. You know it's going to be rocking in Seattle with a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Mike McDonald's defense is fast, young, and they're one of the best defenses in the league too. So give me Seattle to win this game. Darnold, I think, will right some ships. People think he's a playoff choker, and he proved last week he's not. 12 for 17, 124, 1 touchdown, no turnovers. Did what he needed to do to get the win. That's all you can ask for. That's what I think is going to happen this time. So I think it's going to be a Seahawk and Patriots Super Bowl rematch. Maybe Seattle will run the ball this time. But That's all I got for today's Unbiased Hard Take. Again, like, subscribe, hit the bell, like us on Facebook, check out our sports facts today, which I need to do that for today, actually. I haven't not done that yet. I like to do that at 7 a.m. typically, but today was my day off, so I slept in today. So I've been struggling on that, got me a little bit of extra rest and things of that nature. And we really appreciate the support from you guys because we've been having a lot of engagement on our videos, a lot of views. So don't forget to subscribe, though. We see all of these videos hitting 2K views. We want to see 2K subscribers, too. But that's all I got. Let me know what you think of my picks. Let me know what you think of the show and what you want to hear us talk about. So until next time, let's go Heat, boiler up, and go Pat go, baby. Conference Championship week. Football's winding down. It's crunch time, baby. Go Pat go.